First Church, it's Amanda. Thanks for tuning in for my weekly video series about prayer. Today I want to talk about a couple of types of prayer that might be really important for us to think about right now in these times. You know, sometimes we wonder if prayer really can change things, especially if we're praying for a miracle or some particular outcome. And so I want to offer up a definition of prayer that might help us think differently about it. It says prayer is wholehearted attention to what God is doing within and around me. This definition of prayer helps us understand that prayer is really less about methodology and more about paying close attention to life and to how God shows up in our lives. So the first kind of prayer that I wanted to mention is existential prayer. These are wordless sighs, aching groans, prayers too deep sometimes for words. And the book of Romans speaks to this in chapter 8, verses 26 through 28. This is the Message version. If we don't know how or what to pray, it doesn't matter. The Spirit does our praying in and for us, making prayer out of our wordless sighs, our aching groans. The Spirit knows us far better than we know ourselves, knows our pregnant condition, and keeps us present before God. That's why we can be so sure that every detail in our lives of love for God is worked out into something good. A couple of examples of existential prayer include those prayers of anguish that we find in the Psalms, as well as Jesus on his knees praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. Another kind of prayer that might be helpful in these times is intercessory prayer, when we intercede on behalf of someone or some situation. And the former Archbishop of Canterbury, Rowan Williams, talks about intercessory prayer this way. You don't send in your list of requests or bombard God with your demands. You just hold the image and sense of a person or situation in the presence of God, as if you want to let the one seep into the other. The bringing together of these two realities in your heart and mind is very much how intercession works. I say sometimes, God, please make a difference in this. Our emotions push us towards saying these kinds of things, and there's no need to be ashamed of that. But the reality is just to let God into the situation and hold it there. That's the bottom line. So this week, as we encounter people, beloved ones, and situations that are desperately in need of prayer, know that we are joining our prayers to that flowing river of prayer all around the world, trusting that God is present in our lives and hears our prayers. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.